Well, good morning guys, welcome back to this little episode. Me and Ted, we can just see there in the background, we're on his way to go pick up some new parts because we had a disaster last night in what was supposed to be a simple task. Simple is the description, but the end product definitely wasn't. So me and Ted are on our way to HD1 Aquatics because of said little rubber seal. And the reason why is we serviced the pond pump and I misplaced the seal. Oh, not yet, we're not home yet. So I misplaced the seal, and in misplacing the seal I blew it inside the filter. Now the last time, oh there we go, sorry, the last time I had anything, did the car make a funny noise then? The last time I had any problems was when my air stone popped off on the inside, which was an absolute nightmare to get that one back out. So there's no way I'm retrieving that little rubber seal. So we're on his way to the local fish aquatic store, the only one left in Huddersfield, to pick up some new ones. So are we going to go see some fish, Ted? Yeah, we're going to go see some big fish. Yeah? Yay! So we'll pick back up in a little while, but following on and later on we're going to have some footage from Dazza's koi farm as well, as Dazza shared us a lot of footage and a lot of clips, all with regards to his spawning that he'd been doing over the last couple of days and the last week or so. So without further ado, we'll crack on with some of that for you. But it's what? It's pink. What's pink? What are you looking at? I can't see anything pink, Ted. Pink. It's pink. Where? Sorry. Yeah. A little bit of roll VT from our Dazza. Get back to you in a bit.
A few females gone in with the Deutz, Ginrin Shag and the Deutzer tuber. Seems to be following her around the tank. As soon as she went in, it was straight on her, nudging her. She's got plenty of spawn in her, so I'll be very surprised if these don't spawn tonight. Ginrin Sankey. He's fully laden too. And we've got these three males in with that. Randy turning away because he's not interested. I think he bats with the other team. The other two, especially the tin keel Surrey, that one seemed quite interested straight away now. There he goes. Following around, we'll give her a nudge in a minute. Maybe not. So, the scene is set. Hopefully we'll have some spawning tomorrow. As predicted, they have spawned. You can tell with all the froth. The filter's absolutely covered in eggs. Luckily I put the bag on, so I didn't lose them all. Be all over the spawning ropes and mocks. No idea which male's been doing the spawning though. But she does look a lot thinner today. Let's see if there's still got any eggs left in her. About 11 o'clock now in the morning, so she may be completely finished. Yeah, she's looking a lot flatter than she did yesterday. She didn't like the barrel yesterday. definitely getting some attention from the boys still. Excited, spawning from the other pair though. A bit of luck, they might go tonight. Let's have a little look so we can see some eggs on the rushes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Plenty of eggs. I love this part of it when they're spawning. I love to see the little fry hatch as well. Wish I'd got here a bit earlier and seen which males are actually taking part in the spawning though. Yeah, Gaz held on, and Vicky and Colin held on as long as he could last night to see if we could see the spawning, but yeah, they just weren't having it. As if they knew. As soon as we'd gone, I bet they started. Yeah, looks like they're all finished now. Better take these males out actually. We'll start eating all the eggs. Oh, brilliant. Catch you later, guys. The next spawning setting. This is big Krashigoi female, Momotaro, with a Ginrin Benigoi and an Akamatsuba male. She's only been in there about half an hour and now on her straight away. Yeah, they're following her. Pretty sure these are going to spawn tonight. Got some interesting babies, some super-sized Akamatsubas and hopefully some super mangoes or red karashis. And what I've done this time, try something different. Normally I clean the whole tank out, clean water in, start again with the next spawn. But I was talking to a guy who works at Koi Farm, and he was saying what they do is they do a spawning set, clean everything out, do the next spawn set, but use the same water because the female gives off a pheromone that triggers the males to spawn, and that pheromone is in the water. So when you put the next spawn set in, they spawn pretty much straight away. You're not waiting 2 or 3 days for them to get in the mood. It says that way they just do spawn after spawn after spawn. So I don't know how true it is, but we shall give it a try. We'll find out in the morning. Hopefully these guys will spawn as well tonight. They're nice. We've got last night's spawn already set up in here. In the spawning nets. This one's set up empty, ready for the next load of eggs. This one is too close. You can see the eggs and the spawning bushes. And then there's a load of loose eggs here. It clumps them, they're all fertile. You can always tell because they stick together. But if you just tip these in and they all go to the bottom and get buried under everything, they're very big and mouldy and don't hatch. So what I do is put all the spawning bushes, the spawning mops in first with the eggs on, and then get some scaffold net, float that on the top, layer the loose eggs onto that, and I keep rotating, keep moving them with my hands every couple of days, so that they get good water flow around. And well, I won't say 90%, probably 70% of those will hatch, whereas normally all those would be lost, all those loose eggs. And there's quite a few of them. So yeah, I had a very good hatch rate success with doing that last year. Yeah, I made these nets myself out of landscape membrane, the woven sort of like, it looks a bit like fiberglass, but it's not. It's really tough stuff. You can't tear it, but it sews up quite well. Ideal for this. And then you've got to have something in the bottom, otherwise it just floats up. So I've got a couple of bits of galvanised joist hangers, I think they are, straightened out. Just whatever you can find that's heavy enough to weight it down. Put those in the bottom and that weights it down lovely. So hopefully got some more eggs to go in there tomorrow, and then we'll put another net in, and then we'll get 3 more in that tank, move those fish out, and then we should get some more spawn in this tank, and then move these out, and get some more spawn in that tank. And then when we run out of tanks, we'll use the tanks down the garden. These guys are getting it on, I reckon. They've been chasing around the tank already. Won't leave her alone. Go on, boys. Yeah, another 2 or 3 hours and they'll be start spawning, I'm sure of it. Morning, everybody. Got here a bit earlier today, on the off chance that there was a spawn going on, and there is. two guys are chasing the old kahaku. Doesn't look like she's laid many eggs yet. I don't know if she laid any at all. Plenty of foam on the water though. Definitely been up to something in the night. Maybe it's just started the spawn. Looking at the tank. There's some spawn set up in here. I don't think much has been happening in here overnight. No. No, they're all chasing last night, but I can't see anything here. These guys are definitely putting it on. Give them a bit of peace and quiet. It looks like they're just starting spawning. I don't want to go and ruin it for them. I'll get back to you later. Yeah, drag one of the spawn brushes out, and the kahaku, the chiba are definitely spawning. You can see plenty of eggs on the spawn brush. She's still got a lot of eggs left in her, so I think they've only just started, so I shall leave them to it. Last thing you want to do is disturb them mid-spawn. I've also noticed these blighters, which haven't even had a chance to sex yet in this tank, have been spawning too, albeit a very small spawn. Let's see if I can see some eggs. There we go. There's one round the other side, it won't focus on it. That's one there as well. There we go. So not a massive spawn in here, probably from a small female. But yeah, it's all going on. Yeah, I'll catch you later with an update. Morning guys, spawning in the new fish mix tank, very small spawning. You can practically count the eggs on one hand, and a definite spawning going off in here, so they can half do a tuber mix. Cool, catch you later. We're really getting on now. There's some splashing a second ago. Let's try a bit of time lapse. Another huge spawn from the Kahaku Achiever mix. Tons of eggs. All that lot. Absolutely laden. All under the water. And then there's still a bucket full of eggs that I've got off the bottom. I'll do the same as I did with the spawn. Get some scaffold nets, spread them out, just then they're mid-water in here. So hopefully that will latch. I'll get you one more spawn. We've had a partial, well I said partial, it was a spawn, albeit a small one as well. From the newbie tank, no idea who spawned because he's still in quarantine. I wasn't even setting these up for a spawn yet. Nowhere near the same amount of eggs as that I've got. But could have been a small female. There's actually quite a lot on the bottom. I've scooped up. But yeah, just keeping these. Interesting to see what they produce. I'm getting air stone in this. Onward and upward. I'm going to get these guys out, ready for the next spawn tonight. Hopefully these will get cracking as well, so I can move these out. Right, get back to you in a bit. Right, another spawn set up. These are all the Deutsch fish. I've got a Pico, a Arawaki female, a Deutsch Chiba male, a blue Pico male, and all our favourites. Go around the back of that Arawaki. A few more. I think that's another Arawaki female, and a couple of more. Two female Picos and the one in the middle is a male. So make a very nice Deutsch mix, they will. Hope this will be kicking off tonight. I've still got these 3 in here to go, trying to make them ready for ashes. So these will be spawn 4 and 5 hopefully. And then we've got the big pool. We're going to put the big girls in. The big Yamabuki and Ogon. And the big Kahaku. I'm leaving them till last. Right. Let me rub the Lucky Vince picture, the full moon. It's worked so far. With a bit of luck, we'll have another net full of eggs in here in the morning. Smashing. I'll check in tomorrow. Cheers everybody. Hi guys. Spawn number 4 has happened today. Let's see if we can spot the culprit. I've got a mixed Deutsch spawn in here. Mainly Picos and Arawakis. That orange one just there, that female, she has spawned. A nice looking fish as well. And that is one of the males there. And the Deutsche Chiba up there as well, that's the other male in here. So make some interesting babies. Looking forward to seeing those. Oh, and there's a blue Kiko male there as well. So some interesting colour combinations. Still got the 2 Arawaki females to spawn yet, and another Kiko female just there. She's full of eggs. So I have to take all these eggs out now, and hopefully they'll go again. All the eggs are developing well. There's 1 or 2 white ones amongst them, but the clear ones, there's about, well, there's a lot more clear ones than white ones, to be honest. You can see all the tiny fish embryos inside those developing, so they're all good. And there's a ton on the brushes. These are Sankey spawn, Guinea Sankey. These are Kahaku Chiba spawn. Again, the fertility rate's pretty damn good on these. So the Pico eggs will be going in this bit at the end. And I'm going to have to house this lot for the next load of spawn nets. I need their tank. Pulling out space. I've set Monster up in here with 2 yammies and a Ginrin shag. One of the yammies is Ginrin, one's normal yellow, so should make a nice metallic Ginrin mix. But they only went in last night. They normally, I tend to find, they never spawn on the first night. It's normally the second or third night. So they seem to need a bit of settling in time. We've got the homemade spawn brushes in here because I've completely run out of spawn brushes now. They're all full of eggs. So yeah, these seem to work alright, these impromptu spawn brushes. I've got one in here that's absolutely loaded with eggs. I don't know if you can see them that well. The same colour as the grass, so it's not easy to spot them. Yeah, they seem to look like rubbing alongside those and using those. Right, I shall get on with getting all these eggs out. Ready for spawn number 5. Spawn number 5. It's going in the tank with a deep blue. You can see there's a lot of loose eggs in the spawn. And this was, I'm guessing, lemon harawaki there, because she's looking exceptionally thin this morning. Seems to have lost her baby belly. And I'm not sure whether the pico there is spawned. It's a little bit thinner, but I'm not convinced on that one. So judging by the smaller quantity of eggs, I think it's the lemon arawaki there. And she would have spawned with that male Kiko, the blue Kiko, and the Deutz Achieva. Platinum Achieva, the Yoshigoi one. So yeah, should make some nice, interesting fry. Oh, God, it's getting hot in here. Right, off to work. Afternoon, people. Just checking on the eggs, and we have some free swimmers. Let's see if I can find one. There's another one just swimming past. Wow, they're fast. He's high up the sand. Okay. Yeah, it's just there. Yes, there. Yeah, these eggs are all just hatching now. If you zoom in really close, you can see the eyes inside the eggs. You're looking back. Yeah, you can see a couple of free swimmers there. Well, not free swimmers, but new hatchlings. In fact, there's 4 there. Oh, there's one just wriggling. Cool. It is red hot in the tunnel today. I'm not surprised they're all hatching. You can see there's a very good hatch rate on these. There's a huge amount of eyes looking back, and these are just the eggs that were loose and scraped off the bottom. That's not including all the ones on the spawn brushes. And they were the Ginrin Sankey, female cross with Yamaguchi, Deutz Sankey, Scale Sankey, 29th of April. So these were the 1st of April. I bet these aren't far off hatching. Let's see if we can do a bit of zooming on these. Oh yes, you can see the little eyes in these as well. Yes. A bit more movement in this tank, bubble wise, it's a bit harder to see. But yeah, I'm sure there's, if they haven't hatched today, they'll be hatching tomorrow. And these are 3rd of May. Let's see what state these are. See if you can see any eyes in these yet. Just starting to see the eyes show on some of these, I think. A bit further behind these are. Lemon Arawaki Deutsch spawn. These were only the other day. I can see that embryos developing inside them though. The light and the dark white inside the egg. Cool. And I've got a couple of test buckets here that I kept separate. One of these is Sankey's, so I imagine these will be hatching. Yeah, you can see the eyes in those. These were a bit of a flop spawn. Not sure whether these are going to be much good, to be honest. There's a lot of muck and rubbish in these. I'm going to scoop them all out. A lot of these seem mouldy. It's a very small spawn anyway. We shall see. Right. There's not like I've had any action on the spawn nets in here last night. Although monster over there. I've been pursued by all the males. So who knows, tonight might be the night. It's certainly warm enough. It must be 30 degrees in here. I think these are all done. All these females are looking pretty thin now. The lemon arawaki is totally laid out. So I think it's time to put them back in the pond. These are the only ones I'm still waiting to spawn, and then the big kahaku, the mirror carp in the top pond. Right, better get some of these netted out and get them liberated. Just checking on the old Daphnia. They're breeding nice now. Pink clouds of them, which I think is what we're going to need for the fry. Oh yeah. Absolutely millions of them. further along. Yeah, I can see them. They're a bit deeper down here. And quite a few mosquito larvae as well. Which are probably a bit large at the moment for the fry to feed on, but I'll soon be able to tackle them. Yeah, every tank is full of them. Interesting that some of them are much larger than others, are at different stages. I saw a bloodworm riddling past then. Where is it? But yeah, this tank, those fees are a lot larger in this one. These are all adults getting ready to breed, I think. Must have a pretty short life cycle. Yeah, I can see the mosquito larvae here. There's tons of these. Hopefully the fish will grow fast enough to eat these before they hatch out and start biting me. Yeah, it's just absolutely alive with them. This will be the first year I've tried rearing them on any kind of scale on live food. So it's a bit of a trial for me, a bit of an experiment, but yeah, it's all looking good so far. Catch you later. Yeah, I've set another tank up here, and this has just got fresh water in and fry. I've took some out of each spawn batch. Yeah, you can see them swimming about down there. And this will be a mixed tank. And this is going to be a bit of an insurance policy. Never put all your eggs in one basket or all your fish in one tank. Because things can go wrong, and they do go wrong, and you lose a lot. So I have a few mixed fish in here. So if I have a disaster in any of these individual tanks, I've still got some of the fish to play around with. This is another spawn. This was the lemon arawaki. And just cleaned out one of the big pools. Give it a whiz round with the bleach. Rinse it all out. Filling it back up now, ready for the big Kahaku spawn. Probably going to do that at the weekend. So yeah, everything's coming along nicely. Just needs a bit of decent weather, warm things up, get things moving along. The sooner these are on live food and then powdered food, the better. That's a danger zone then. Right, I'll check in a few days with you. Quick progress check. These are all the goats to keep hose. Come along nicely. Plenty of them. First hatch, but then you seem to get more and more and more and more. Really nice parents they've got these as well. Should make some interesting fish. These are Kahaku mix or crosses. Hoping to get some tuber out of these. See them down here, you can see the different colours. Some are yellow, some are brown. All different colours. Some bigger than others. Yeah, there's absolutely tens of thousands in here. Tank number 3. These are Sankey. Ginrin Sankey. Bring these down quite a bit. There's so many in here. Like that just go to the end. There's a little pocket of them. Always good for when you check the spawn brushes, you'll come darting out. And this is a tank of clean water that I've moved a load of them out into. You can probably see them against the poles at the bottom, swimming over a mess of poles. Doesn't look like there's hardly anything in here, but there's probably about 4,000 or 5,000 fish in here. And water fleas. They were the Sankeys, and then these are the Kahakus. I've moved a load of Kahaku crosses in here. You can see these a bit better, these are a little bit bigger. Again, there's a lot of difference in colour. Black and white one there, I don't know what the difference that is. Right in the middle. Big brown one there. The yellow ones. All from one spawning. Crazy the difference. Let's see what that was. Parky female, Bullet Spatting Tuber male, Ginrin Chagoy male. And this is a tank. Just take the stone out and see a bit better. But I had the spawning fish in. I cleaned everything out, so I thought. Obviously, I didn't clean it out well enough because there's tons of fry. Yeah, tons of fry in here that I've missed. Let's see. I bet there's some under this. No, all in the corners. to them without falling in. Yeah, you can see them swimming about in the corner. And these are at least half as big a game as all the other fry. I have no idea which varieties these are because there was about 3 different spawnings in here. The eggs could be remnants from any of them. So that'll be a bit of a lucky dip when they start to grow up. Zoom back out. And this is a spawning tank set up ready for the Kahaku spawn. Got me spawning mops in there. Got the blue spawning mops and the spawning brushes. So a big Kahaku's going in here with a new male I'm picking up today, and hopefully they'll spawn tonight. Fingers crossed. And just rub me lucky Vince full moon picture. Cheers, Vince. It brought me luck last time. And then this mass down here is from, this is all eggs from the big white Ogon monster. So I'm hoping he's going to hatch, although the water went a bit nasty when I couldn't get here for 2 days. I came back, it looked like bubble bath. So I'm hoping that's not toxified the water and killed the eggs. But if it has, that's one of them things, isn't it? Hopefully have another go at spawning later on in the season, August time. Because they can be spawned twice a year if you get plenty of food straight back into them and bulk them up. So I'm keeping all the females separate just in case. Right, I better get off and do some more fish stuff. So what do we reckon? Side on. It looks like a female to me. Nice fish. I would have preferred a male. It's certainly got some belly on it. Give it a dip for 7 minutes in the PP, and the trick is newt. I'm amazed how fast that worked. I've just done another scrape, checked under the microscope. There's not a thing moving in the slime coat at all. Yeah, first slide. There must have been 20-30 tricks all spinning around. Mind you, I did put a fair bit of PP in. I went way over the dose. Thought, well, it's only 7 minutes. I want to make sure I nuke them, and it's certainly done that. Yeah, I think I'm still going to be on the search for a male. God damn it. Got a nice little button nose. Another big fish. Man, he had some nice fish there. Karashi, way bigger than this. Big chag. Big Shiro Utsuri. 3 big yammies. One was a female that was about 2 foot wide. It was enormous. Too fat to be honest. That one had gone a bit too far, but yeah, got some nice fish there. I'm tempted to put the chagoy male in with this one to see if it does spawn. If it spawns, then I definitely know it's female. Yeah, I think I'll leave it to settle for a day. Now it's had its PP and everything. I don't want to stress it out too much. Right, get back to you later. Yeah, males have gone in with the prospective female. So we shall see what happens. couple of Sankies, Deuts and the scales, and a junior ring shag. We'll get some nice go Sankey out of the mix anyway. Certainly seems to be showing a bit of interest in her, forming a train. She is one big fish. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to spawn tonight. Judging by the size of her, there's going to be a lot of spawn. Right, I better crack on, get this tank cleared behind me, ready to receive said spawn. Otherwise I'm going to be right pickled. Catch you later. Back again at the farm. I'm sorting out the fry in the tunnel today, putting them into clean tanks, and there is so many, ridiculous amount. So what I decided to do was put some in the flying saucers. This flying saucer, the left hand one, has got the Kahaku mix in, and the right hand saucer has got the Sankey mix in, and they're settling in great. You can see them all around the edges, pecking away at the baby Daphnia. Always amazes me all the different colours from one spawn. Brown ones, white ones, orange ones, yellow ones. In fact, that one looks a bit like a Kahaku. It almost looks like I can see the bars on it, the yellow bars. Even at that tiny size. And that one as well. Yeah, they're all around the edges. Just popped them in and they took straight to it. That's been a nice warm day though, it's warmed the water up no end. Yeah, I'm sure these little fellas are going to thrive in here. Yeah, making themselves right at home. And these are the Sankies and the other one. They look like they've got full tummies. The size of that one. That's going to be a Toby. And that one. Going to be a lot of grading later on, an awful lot. This is only one small proportion of the two spawns. We've got the Deutsch spawns as well. I'm spawning a big Kahaku tonight. And the mirror carp again. In fact, I don't even know if I'm going to have room for the mirror carp spawn if I spawn it. Struggling much focus on these because they're that tiny. Oh, see him go for that water flea then. Vicious little predators even at that age. Brilliant. Back at the farm, still no spawning activity from the Haku. I've put the big female in now, although the male looks a lot fatter than the female. That's supposed to be the female, and that should be the male. He's got a very nice belly, very deep on the head compared to the other Haku. If they did spawn together, it would make some very nice offspring. But I've got Randy, the Deutsch Sankey, and my other Sankey male in. I'm just going for a Go Sankey mix now. So I'm about to give up on getting a male Haku this season. Got the Chag in as well, just for good measure. So hopefully we'll see what tonight brings. They all seem very frisky, the water's very warm in here. I don't know the exact temperature because my thermometer's bust. Big fish these are. Beautiful. I thought while I'm at it, I'll bring the carp into spawn as well. I've got a few Deutsch males in here. In the tank with it. Let's see if we can. There we go. Platinum Deutsch tuber and one of the Kikos. There's a white Kiko as well. I'm not even sure what sex the white one is. All eyed under spawn bushes. You can see the nerve carp. The reason I picked her is because she's got natural skin ring on her. Not so much this side, it's the other side is. On the flank there, just near a dorsal, there's a nice big patch of natural gin ring, which hopefully will come out in the babies. And hopefully it will take on the genes of the other Deutsch fish in here. We shall see. This is just a bit of fun, this spawning. You never know, it might produce something interesting. You never know unless you give it a go. Yes, I've high hopes for this lot tonight. I probably won't know till tomorrow afternoon, but I'm working away in the morning. I can't come over to check them. That's a nice fish. The size of the tail on it. Like a submarine. Makes the chag look like a minnow in comparison. I mean the chag's getting on for 50 cm. Right, we'll give these boys and girls a bit of peace and quiet, and hopefully we'll have a load of eggs next time. Catch you later. guys, quick video update of the fry, how they're doing. Let's see if I can focus in on them. That's better. These are all Kiko fry. You can see all the Daphne around them, all the different colours of the fry. This is just one spawning. Some of the fry are white, some are brown, some are yellow, some are like a greeny colour, some are orangey colour. They're all feeding well. This is just one corner of the pool. They're everywhere. So I'm going to leave the fry in here till they get to a reasonable size, probably about an inch, then take them back up into the tunnel, to the polytunnel, and grow them on nice and warm. This is always the time when you lose the majority of them, when they're tiny like this. A transitional period of sort of weaning them onto small powdered foods or decent sized Daphnia. But they seem to be doing alright. Luckily I've got the Daphnia at different stages, so they're constantly having new generations, and it's the tiny Daphnia that these guys thrive on to start with. I suppose they're very much like brine shrimp. Yeah, they're out in the main water. There's loads of them. I put probably a couple of thousand in here yesterday. And yeah, I'm surprised how well they're doing. The numbers of Daphnia in here are just crazy. They've only got to open their mouths and the Daphnia will swim straight in. And these are the smallest fry. They go up. These are hunting, I don't know if you can see these, a bit deeper in the water column. These are a little bit more advanced, these fry. And these are the Kahaku crossed with Deutsche Chiba and I think it was Chagoy. So these are going to be a bit more robust. Get a bit closer. My autofocus is a bit rubbish on this camera. When I get too close, it just blurs out. But again, the colour variation in these is crazy. He's got a full tummy. Lots of orangey brown ones, a few black ones. I'm assuming these are probably Kahaku. That guy's got a full belly. Got a white belly. Strange. these are Sankeys. Again, doesn't look like there's many in here, but these are all hunting low in the water column. See if I can. Here's one. We've just got a water flea then. These seem to have like an orange line down the side. Seem to be sort of orangey with like a dark orange or red line down the side. I've noticed that on a lot of the Sankeys. Yeah, this time of the day, most of these seem to go deep, and when the sun comes out earlier on in the day, they'll come back up to the surface. Because I thought that I'd lost a lot of these. I thought, oh, they've all disappeared, but then they miraculously appeared again. I think these are all aphids that have fell off the conifers, all these bits floating. Lots of natural food in here for them. Let's see if I can find a few. I think they tend to follow the water fleas. The water fleas go deep, so the fry follow them down there. Yeah, you can see a bit of patterning on this one. It's definitely a Sankey. You can see some sumi coming up on it already. Can't wait till these get a bit bigger so we can start grading them and see what they're going to be. Yeah, he's pecking away at the Daphnia. I've got another tank over here. Which has got nothing in it except Daphnia. Millions of Daphnia. So I'm going to put a load of koi fry in this one. I've got tons of the Kiko fry still in the tunnel. And I don't like leaving them in the tunnel because it's so hot in there in the day. They can die very quickly when they're tiny. They're just not robust enough. And keep feeding them egg yolk. It can turn it toxic very quick in the day. I've had one minor loss of the Sankeys. I came home and probably 95% of one of my nets was dead, just covered in white bodies on the bottom of the Sankeys, where they'd, I think it must have been a ammonia spike or something from the egg yolk in the day. And luckily I'd already transferred a lot into the blue flying saucer, and I got some outside as well. It's the same old thing, never put all your eggs in one basket. I've let quite a few loose in some of the big tanks in the tunnel. There's a bit of an insurance policy, so yeah, I think we'll put some more fry in this one. Might as well. I'll crack on with that. Okay, another bucket of fry going in. These are Kiko Curious. As you can see there's quite a few in here. These are going into the Daphnia tank. So there's a fair few thousand gone in there. All different colours. Can't wait to see what these turn out like. Well, we've got plenty of food to go at, guys. There's a bright orange one there, don't know what that's going to be. All sorts in here. Mosquito larvae, bloodworms, Daphnia. Hopefully not too many predators. All I've seen at the moment is one or two pond skaters. Let's see one there. They will pluck an odd fry off the surface, but I'll keep on top of these guys. There's no water boatman in yet. There's no dragonfly larvae or anything else, because the tank's too new for that. So hopefully they should have a good survival rate by the time we get to an inch and they're back out again. Smashing. Another job done. A few more less to feed in the tunnel. Right. Catch up with you later.